The following advertisement has been approved for radical audiences. Following the link in the video description to learn more is advised. In a world where nostalgia-fueled sci-fi adventure storytelling and turn-based combat rarely meet, one game stands alone excuse me. One game stands alone against the forces of mediocrity. One game says, I will not be pigeonholed, and that game is Beyond Galaxyland. Beyond Galaxyland is a turn-based RPG that gives me some 80s and 90s sci-fi fantasy adventure movie vibes, like the kind of space fantasy movies that I grew up loving, like Flight of the Navigator, The Last Starfighter, and Explorers. Those kinds of timeless classics that take you to another place and show you a different world full of aliens and different environments. Those kinds of timeless classics that combine adventure and exploration with that wide-eyed sense of discovery. But now you're the one steering the ship, and mixing all of that into an RPG experience wasn't a flavor combination that I ever really expected to encounter, close or otherwise. But I'm incredibly excited to be able to tell you about it because let's be real, you've seen some pretty weird combos out there on the internet, like mustard and watermelon levels of weird, but this combination actually works, and you're gonna want to try it. In Beyond Galaxyland, you'll be following Doug in this timeless tale of boy meets girl, girl disappears, boy slips into a wormhole, and well, the next thing you know, his guinea pig is a gun-toting intergalactic desperado. It gets a little weirder from there. Then they go globe-hopping across the galaxy, exploring a variety of planets in an attempt to make their way back home. It's a wonderfully offbeat story with some pretty hilarious situational humor, punctuated with some really serious moments that'll bring you back down to earth. And it's not just the main story that's going to keep you hooked either. There's plenty of side quests tucked throughout the game, hidden areas and optional challenges to sink your teeth into. Each planet has its own little mysteries and oddball side characters, new summons, unique critters hidden throughout the planets, and there's plenty to do if you're really looking to sink your teeth into this space adventure. You've probably already noticed that the game is gorgeous. It's a pixel art style indie RPG that I think harkens back to an earlier era of PC games that would run on an old DOS computer or Windows 95, something like Space Quest or maybe Prince of Persia, except pushed beyond those boundaries of limited color palettes and spruced up with a depth of field, parallax scrolling, particle effects, and more modern capabilities that look old school but feels nice to look at. I mean, it would look incredible on an old CRT television, but it has enough going on that you might just be glad that you have a high-definition TV. But I get the feeling that if you're the kind of person who has held on to their old tube TV all these years, you're gonna get along with Beyond Galaxyland just fine. And while Beyond Galaxyland looks like one of those retro PC games, it plays completely differently. You already know that it's a turn-based RPG, but in between the engaging combat encounters, there's a lot of puzzle solving and exploration in the form of 2.5D platforming. Finding items to collect, recipes to craft, locate secret tokens, take pictures of local wildlife, and trying not to die in the process. But that turn-based combat really shouldn't be overlooked because in addition to timing-based defense bonuses, you can also capture many of the enemies that you fight to be summoned in combat for their special abilities. Why just beat up a dinosaur when you could instead recruit it into your squad and unleash it on some poor unsuspecting killer robot? Those summons also level up and gain new abilities that you can utilize as you continue to use them and leverage their elemental abilities. The game also has a unique take on balancing the turn economy, attack accuracy, and ability points that adds strategic twists to battle, where missing attacks against dodgy enemies can quickly deplete your ability point pool, but well-placed hits and blocks can restore your AP, letting you attack those slippery enemies with special moves instead. One more thing that I'm excited about is the degree of customization. You can gear up Doug and Boom Boom in ways that will reflect your playstyle. Want to focus on offensive firepower? Boost your combat stats by equipping new gadgets, get more attacks in per turn. Or if you're more of a strategic thinker, there are plenty of ways to enhance your defense and find creative solutions to problems using the game's crafting and upgrade systems, or equipping weapons that attack multiple targets or just a single enemy. Beyond Galaxyland isn't just a stylish 80s retro-futuristic take on the turn-based RPG. And believe me, that would have been enough to be awesome. Its experimentation within the genre, clever writing, and tongue-in-cheek tone have kept it feeling fresh for me. The stylish pixel art style reinforces the tone of that classic sci-fi movie-inspired adventure that it tells. A story that is going to suck you into a wormhole and then spit you out in the middle of deep space without any clear way home. Beyond Galaxyland is out now for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X and S, the Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam. In fact, all of the gameplay that you've been seeing in today's video was captured from a Steam Deck, and it played beautifully for me. Thanks again to Beyond Galaxyland for sponsoring today's video. Now I'm hooked, and I'm pretty sure you will be too, so don't just sit there, click the link in the video description and slip through time and space into Beyond Galaxyland.